Bayside Bowl in Portland, Maine for the 2024 Go Bowling PBA Elite League Strike Derby. We've got a world-class field of future Hall of Famers, from top seed reigning champion Chris Vi to EJ Tackett, Jason Belmonte, Kyle Troup, and more. This is a loaded field for the Strike Derby. Welcome everybody to Portland. I'm John Fanta. He is the Hall of Famer, 13-time PBA Tour champion, Randy Peterson. Randall, we do events all year long, but this one is unique. 2 minutes per round per competitor to try to get as many strikes as possible. What does winning this event entail?
It entails cardio, stamina, endurance, precise control of shots, controlled rhythm. How about athleticism? And who better to describe that than this man right here, last year's winner, Chris Vi. This guy is an athletic beast. The other thing we have to watch for, John, throughout the competition is the fact that the bowling balls are going to have a ton of oil on them every time they come back from the pins and come through that ball return. Typically, in a tournament, the players always wipe the oil off of the bowling balls with a chamois. They're not going to have that luxury because of the time limit. How is it going to affect their delivery, and what's it going to do to their ball reaction going down the lane with all that oil coming back?
That is something to watch. Chris Vi, our champion a year ago, one of 5 two-handed competitors in our field. There are 3 one-handers, each of these men representing their PBA Elite League teams. Chris Vi, the reigning champ. Arturo Quintero calls Bayside Bowl his home center, so he gets the commissioner's exemption. The rest of the field all voted upon by you, the fans. Kimberly Pressler is with the 2 men in our first matchup, Chris Vi and Arturo Quintero.
Thanks, John. Well, Chris, we are back in Bayside where you won this event last year, so I got to ask, how are you going to make it a repeat?
Hopefully I can find that same rhythm that I had last year. I got into a pretty nice groove where I was throwing a lot of shots, but I was still making some pretty good ones, so we'll see if we can do the same thing this year.
Now, you were one of the few who did not look winded last year, but I got to ask you, have you been training for this?
I have not, but I am a year older, so maybe it'll be a little bit different this year, but hopefully not. We'll see what happens.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Arturo, so you are known to have a ton of energy out on the lanes, but you've never done this event before. So you've got 2 minutes to get as many strikes as you possibly can. Are you ready for this?
You know, I feel like this is like my favorite movie, Rocky, against the champion. They give me small notice to do this, and it's the first time that I do it, so I'm just gonna do my best for my crowd, and I'm in my city, so let's do it.
All right, good luck to you.
Bayside Bowl, it's time to strike. Representing the Portland Lumberjacks, Arturo Quintero. Representing the Akron Atom Splitters, defending champion, Chris Vi.
Chris Vi, reigning champion in this event. And a year ago, beating EJ Tackett after Tackett had a dramatic semifinal with Matt Ogle. Didn't have enough in the tank, and Chris Vi put up back-to-back rounds of 15, Randy, to win the title.
I think Chris Vi is going to be hard to beat. He's just such a great athlete. And I mean, look at this guy. Look at the guns on him. But it's not a matter of just being a physical specimen. You've got to get into a great rhythm and make quality shots.
And for two-handers, you said it. You're watching how they go through the sequencing here. Just 2 for Vi in the first 30 seconds. The better seed chooses whether they go first or wait. He chose to lead off.
And then the other thing is you have to deal with the left-right lane difference in terms of the oil pattern.
4 for Vi. He rolled past Jason Belmonte a year ago in the opening round of this, but a tougher start here. Still only 4 with 60 seconds left, and Randy, based on pace of last year and in years previous, that's a tough start for the reigning champion. He's at 5.
He is also taking on the oldest player in the competition in Arturo Quintero at age 46.
Who may have a couple of folks here today.
Oh, he does.
He calls Portland home. This is his home center.
Vi struggling, only 5. 40 seconds left. That's better.
Just a clean stroke. Chris Vi, the 2021 United States Open champion. 8th-year pro at the age of 32. 3 top 10s, 8 top 20s this year. He's down to 30 seconds. Can he get to double digits? He has caught fire here. He's up to 8. 25 seconds for Chris Vi as the pins reset down to 20. He's got 9. This is more like it for the reigning champion.
You said it, he's got fire.
Wow. He had 3 through 30 seconds. And now Chris Vi has just packaged together a major surge to close out with a dozen. Don't doubt the champ is what we just learned.
Man, he hit the accelerator late, didn't he? Wow.
What a surge.
Slow start for Vi, but man, did he catch fire. Try to see how many different bowling balls he's got on the rack. It looks like 4. When those things come back, they're pretty slippery, especially for a two-hander. And right about here is where he started to get hot. And then a strike for the finale for Vi. All right, let's go down to the floor and talk with our defending champ, Chris Vi. Chris, you got off to a little bit of a slow start, and then you really caught fire. What changed?
Yeah, like I said, I just kind of get into that groove. I did the same thing last year. I feel like I try to start so fast, and I just don't make nearly as good shots. And so just try to find a rhythm there. And luckily, I did the last, I don't know, I think through the last 6 or 7. So we'll see if it's enough.
You're not even breathing heavy. You're such a stud.
I just hide it well.
Thanks, Chris.
Yeah, thank you.
Chris Vi, he had 11 in his first round a year ago. He does one better in this first round with a dozen. It's time for El Nino, the gold kid. But the man in green representing the Portland Lumberjacks, Bayside Bowl is his home, Arturo Quintero. 12 to score to beat for the 46-year-old 22-year pro. 3 one-handed competitors here. Back-to-back. Can't get on the board. Trying to take down the #1 seed, but as you said, Chris Vi gets the advantage of facing a guy who's 46 years of age without a strike through the first 30 seconds. Not a good start.
Going through a lot of different bowling balls, you have to somehow try to make some adjustments on the approach. You take a quick look, but you got to keep going, keep moving.
And there's one for Arturo Quintero. Third at the Players' Championship 2 years ago. Originally from Mexico, 17 years on the Mexican national team. But through the first minute, this is not going to cut it in the strike derby.
Yeah, folks at home, you think this is easy, go ahead and give it a shot. Oh.
And how hard is this?
Very.
You did not have this when you were bowling.
No.
You partook in it.
No. I don't know, man. I mean, back when I was playing hoops, probably as I got older and I stopped playing basketball, no, forget it.
We need some hoops footage of Randy Peterson. Down to 30 seconds here. Chris Vi's got to feel good.
Yeah. I mean, I got to applaud Arturo, though. He's been on his horse the whole time. Finish strong, brother. Finish strong.
At 5, Vi, he made his last 7 to get the major advantage here, down to 10 tough. Just a totally different style where you're letting shots rip one after another after another. Chris Vi is moving on to round 2. The reigning champion rolls for the second round. Out of breath is Quintero.
A little harder than I look sometimes.
It is a challenge.
Yeah, he's huffing and puffing, and I promise you, this was a great workout for Arturo. 2 minutes throwing a 15-pounder and as many shots as you can get off.
Chris Vi looking for a repeat in the Strike Derby. We've never seen that before. Will Vi be king again? Andrew Anderson's a past winner of this event. He'd like to say something about that and be a two-time winner, but E.J. Tackett stands in his midst. Welcome back to the Go Bowling 2024 PWBA Elite League Strike Derby at Bayside Bowl in Portland, Maine. Let's take a look at today's brunch with oil pattern, the Mark Roth 42.
Named after the legend, Mark Roth. And the players are going to play in and feed it to the outside part of the lane, get it too far to the out, and it's not going to hook back. But, you know, with all the different equipment going down the lane, we can see multiple angles for sure.
Taking a look at the bracket, Chris Vi with a commanding victory.
Shocker.
For the reigning champion. Now he awaits the winner of this heavyweight showdown between Andrew Anderson and E.J. Tackett. 3 years ago, Andrew Anderson defeated Norm Duke, the #1 seed in the semis, then beat Anthony Simonson in the final.
Yeah, it was a great match between him and Simon, but right here, Andrew Anderson really showing off his athleticism and just making quality shots at a rapid pace. He was fantastic.
With the leg kick to boot, Anderson, Strike Derby champion. Will we have our first ever two-time Strike Derby champion? Kimberly Pressler's with our competitors.
Thanks, John. So we just saw a video of you winning in 2021 up against Norm, and you told us today that you absolutely thrive in this type of environment. Why is that?
Yeah, they finally found a format where all those shots I threw as a kid pays off. Throw as fast as you can, as many as you can, so it works.
Well, as the higher seed, you could decide whether you want to go first or second. What's your choice?
Yeah, I'm going to go first. I'm going to go try to get as many strikes and give EJ something to think about.
All right, thank you so much for your time. So it looks like there's a little strategy there, a little mental warfare. You're letting that get to you?
No, I mean, I would do the exact same thing, so that's what I expect.
Well, last year you actually set the record at 16 strike, the most in the event, but you still came in second. So what's the strategy today to beat the guy who won in 2021?
Well, I mean, Andrew's very good in this event. There was a celebrity event several years ago where he also threw 16 strikes in 2 minutes. So he's very capable of throwing a ton, and I expect, you know, somewhere in that 13, 14, 15 range, and I'm going to have to go out there, execute, and get a lot of shots off.
I'm expecting this match to be really, really good. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
It's time to strike. Representing the Motown Muscle, E.J. Tackett versus representing the Las Vegas High Rollers, Andrew Anderson.
If you are wondering why Anderson is the 4th seed, why Tackett is the 5 seed, it's because to determine the seedings from 2 to 7, because you had Vi, the defending champion, 1, Quintero at 8, they tallied the strikes from the PWBA Elite League regular season. Anderson at 47, Tackett at 43. Here's the 2021 champion with 2 minutes on the clock. He said his goal is to get 18 shots off every round. He tried to get 20 shots in practice, but they just weren't on quality.
And I like the fact that he's backpedaling because he can see the ball and the motion going down the lane. His hammies are going to be barking at him tonight.
Yeah.
He's really, really good at this event.
So conditioned, so in motion.
Oh, my goodness.
Doing exactly what you said on this oil pattern. At the last moment, the 8 toppled. Strong start for Anderson.
He's getting shots off, but they're quality shots.
If I asked you, you want to go first or you want to wait, what would you do?
I'd go first.
You want to set that mark?
Yep.
This is quite the 4-5 showdown. Tackett made the semis a couple of years ago. He has never won the Strike Derby. And Anderson's on fire. He is scalding hot right now. Wow.
Arturo Quintero would say, en fuego.
Just take a look at the consistency in shot.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at the line.
Check out Strike Track.
That's 12.
Acing him. Look at EJ Tackett. All he can do is sit back and admire it and smile.
Oh, he threw his hands up in the air. 13. It's already set the high mark. Wow, that breaks up the streak of 13. Not just 13, but 13 in a row, Randall. That is a masterclass of an opening round by Anderson. Will they count that? Will they count that? It does not count, but that's 13 in a row for Anderson to put the pressure on one of the very, very best in this sport, Tackett.
How impressive is that? Starts off with 2 misses and then streaks 13 in a row.
That hook so precise. It was just that line did not change on strike track.
Yeah, it was beautiful. It just, every shot looked the same. It didn't matter what color the ball was going down the lane. And he didn't get this one off in time, but it's still 13. That's the bar set for EJ Tackett. Andrew, just slight of spectacular, my friend. Started off with 2 misses and then strung 13 in a row. Talk about your strategy.
Yeah, I was trying to get as many shots off while throwing some good ones. I actually threw 14 really good ones in a row. Ran out of gas a little bit, but yeah, I hope it's enough. I was wondering if I got the 12 in a row patch or something, but if we could figure that out.
We're going to get you 13 in a row patch.
Thanks.
Great job, man. Thanks.
EJ Tackett. Now it's his time to step up with 13 being the score to beat. Now, Randy, last year, Tackett did have a round of 16. He made it to the finals against Chris Vi and fell, but he beat Matt Ogle in the semi 16-14, so he has it in him. Then again, EJ Tackett has anything in him.
Yeah, he is quite the athlete.
Walked on it, but he's got 2 to start. Make it 3.
Oh, unlucky. Using that same backpedaling method that Andrew used. Oh, no.
Wow.
10-pin, 9-pin.
Brutal. Has to start heating up. That's 4 through 40 seconds for Tackett. Again, 13 the score to beat. Set by Andrew Anderson. 23-time champion, 5-time major champion, the world champion this year. This man is just different. Right now he's got his work cut out for him, but he's at 58 seconds. He's at 7. He needs 6 to beat that. Got 7 in roughly a minute. EJ Tackett's on the pursuit right now, Randy.
Yeah, he's on pace.
Still at 8. 40 seconds on that clock for Tackett. Really needs one.
No. That's 2 solid 9s.
A lot of work in just a half a minute now.
Oh, almost another solid 9.
He's at 9. He needs 4 to force a roll-off. He's at 10. Here we go. 20 seconds for Tackett. Just waiting on the pin reset. It does reset. Clock ticking down. That's not good. 14 seconds for Tackett.
You can't miss now. Can't miss.
Got it. He's at 10. 10 seconds.
You can't miss.
He's got 2 shots in him. He needs this.
Gotta get the next one off. This has to strike.
He needs
Gotta get it off.
Got it. Here we go. 3, 2, Tackett to force a roll-off.
Got it! He got it!
EJ! That's good stuff! Wow! That's the world champion, Randall!
And with under 10 seconds to go, EJ Tackett had to be perfect with his last couple of shots, and he was just that to tie Andrew Anderson with 13 strikes in 2 minutes.
By PBA rule, this this 13-13 tie must be broken by a single ball roll-off. You must strike to win.
Good luck, buddy. So we have a roll-off. You must strike. So if one player has a 9 and the other has an 8, doesn't matter. You have to strike. It is a strike derby, in fact. But nothing timed here. One ball.
You see, he did something there that it didn't do in the 2-minute competition.
What?
He wiped the oil off of his bowling ball.
Don't have that time. How about this for a 4-5 matchup in the opening round?
I think we all anticipated that this was going to be a great matchup. Now Tackett, he got no breather.
21 shots. 21. Can he match? He does it. Andrew Anderson's moving on.
Anderson moves
And
on.
that had to be so difficult after 2 minutes of rapid fire. He literally got less than a minute of breathing time and then tried to get up and make it another great shot.
So it will be Chris Vine, Andrew Anderson in the semis. Kyle Troup would like to join them, but Jason Belmonte stands in his way. A huge showdown next. The High Roller Lobster Company in Portland, Maine is fantastic. Randy Peterson and I can attest. And the PWBA Elite League Strike Derby held a lunch before these guys hit the lanes. And Randall, safe to say they enjoyed the lobster rolls.
I could eat there every day. That place is absolutely amazing.
Really is terrific. They've got a gift shop.
Don't think I don't have a hoodie and a t-shirt from there as well.
You and me both. You and me both, folks. The High Roller Lobster Company is a proud partner with the PWBA, and the Strike Derby lunch was fantastic. Let's reset the bracket here. Chris Vine and Andrew Anderson after a classic of a quarterfinal showdown between Anderson and Tackett. And now, you might be familiar with these two names. Two of the greats, and Jason Belmonte and Kyle Troup. Kimberly's with them.
Two of the greats indeed. So Jason, last year your shots were very deliberate. You ended up getting 7 and it wasn't enough to advance. So I got to ask you, what's the strategy this year? You going with quantity or quality?
Yeah, Kimberly, I'm pretty sure last year it was neither. From my memory, it was a horrible experience. And in the practice session today, it was just as horrible for me. So we've got a different strategy with the bowling balls. The boys have told me, given me an idea. So we'll see if it works. Hopefully it pays off.
Are you going to tell us what the idea is?
No, of course not. Kyle might do the exact same thing. No way, you can just watch it.
Good luck to you. Kyle, so you and Jason are titans in this sport. He has won the most majors ever. You've won majors, but there's one thing that you've won that he has not, and that is this event. Knowing that, what are your thoughts on going against Jason?
Hats off to Jason, probably the best competitor our sport's seen in a very long time. But, we're in a little bit different element tonight. I have a lot of confidence in the event, being a past champion. And, the crowd here at Bayside behind me, I think that's going to be the extra edge I need to get through the match.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
It's time to strike, representing the LAX, Jason Belmonte. Representing the Portland Lumberjacks, Kyle Troup.
Now, would you believe it? Kyle Troup, 3 years ago, Randy, had a 3-strike second round. Had a tough performance 2 years ago. He won this thing. Last year, Jason Belmonte had a poor showing in the opening round. Now he's looking for redemption of his own. He struggled with the speed of this a year ago. Without a strike through 2. There's his first, but he threw 20 seconds. Belmonte top 5 on the points list this season. That one went left. Fortunate. Give him 3.
How about the last 2 strikes? Wow. Runaway Brooklyn, and then he came to the 4-9. That's better.
Even if you go to Brooklyn, all that matters matters is that you've got a strike.
Right? It's not how, it's how many.
No. And you're going to see some of those shots.
You like that one?
Yes. Already better, only 7 in the opening round a year ago. He's already got 5 here with still a minute left. And he hit double figures and put some pressure on Troup. Oh. Didn't catch the head pin. That's better. And half a dozen. Belmonte last year was asked about handling the endurance of this event. He goes, I've got 4 kids and a family back home. I'm running around the house all day long. I'm all right. Don't question my age.
He's actually doing pretty good.
Yes, he is. This is a significantly improved showing from a year ago. He's at 9. And again, his teammates of LAX have vested interest in this because the $30,000 gets split up between the 6 elite league team members. That's why the team members are here. They want to win $5K apiece for just standing and eating some popcorn. Or as you said, being the towel guy. 10. Can you get one more to make it 11?
Last shot.
Belmo. It'll have to stay at 10 for the 2022 champion Kyle Troup to try to exceed.
Six more than I thought I was going to get. Back to the board.
Pretty good, I think, and you heard him say it was about 6 more than he thought he was going to get. I think it's a pretty good showing for Jace. Keep in mind, folks, 41 years of age. But John, like you mentioned, 4 kids chasing around the house. He's got to stay in pretty good shape, right? It was a nice break there, tripping the 490. He did have the 1 crossover, which helped to add to his total, but he did make some really nice shots as well. All the way from Oz, Jason Belmonte. And Jace, a lot better than last year, and you said, when you got finished, it was about 6 more than you thought you were going to get. What was the difference this year?
Mate, honestly, I just hit all the bowling balls with a lot more surface. So, you know, normally on this kind of condition, you're looking for a little bit more length and down lane reaction, but the shinier the balls, the more oil that gets stuck on the ball, and so then basically my hands are so slippery, I just can't throw the ball. So this time we decided to change it up. Let's dull the balls. Maybe the ball reaction isn't as good, but you might be able to hang on to it for a bit more. So I hadn't thrown a ball with the ball surfaces dull like this, so I didn't really know how it was going to go, but yeah, once I saw a few go down the lane, I could hang on to them. I felt better than I did in practice.
Was that your secret weapon that you were discussing with Kimberly?
It might have been, Randy, yes, it might have been.
Thanks, Jace.
No worries, mate, cheers. Yeah, I'll take that. I mean,
pretty good.
If I lose on 10, you've bowled pretty good.
And there's Jason Belmonte's teammates of LAX, hopeful to get 5K apiece. 10 for Belmonte. The mark set for Kyle Troup to try to beat.
3 thumbs up and a 3/4 thumb from Darren Tang.
Tough credit.
That's hilarious.
So here is Kyle Troup, the champ from 2 years ago. Beat Matt Ogle in a terrific final, which they matched each other 12 apiece. But Troup had a string of 8 strikes in a row. You were talking about the balls and how they can be soupy for those two-handers, the adjustments that you have to make in this event. Tell me more.
Yeah, because they don't have time to wipe the oil off the bowling balls, and so that oil sits there. And when you're using 2 hands, that right hand, that offhand, if you're a right-hander, you're going to have that hand full of oil, and you run the risk of it slipping off the ball in the delivery. Jason goes with more surface to eliminate or try to eliminate some of that issue. And it worked out well for him.
10, his score to beat. We know that it'll be Chris Fine. We know that it'll be Andrew Anderson when we get another past champ into the semis.
And how about this? I spoke with Andrew before we started, and he said he thinks it's an advantage to use your thumb in this competition.
Why do you think?
Because you're only using 1 hand. And there's not going to be oil that's going through the center of your grip unless you throw a full roller. He doesn't.
At 4 for Troup. Now up to 5, so he's halfway home, but he's over a minute in. We've seen, though, our early competitors, they surge when we get deeper into the round. He's got his work cut out for him, though, at 35 seconds, and Troup sitting at 5. He's got a lot of work to do. She went 90 seconds, only 5. He's in danger. Hit the panic button. Hit the panic button. You have to be perfect if he even has time.
He is in big trouble.
16 seconds. I don't think there's enough time here, Randy.
No.
Jason Belmonte is going to move on to the semi.
Yes, he is. Nobody saw that coming.
Wow. A surprise here in Portland. The champ 2 years ago out. The great one. Belmo moving on. Adjustments do pay off. How about that for LAX? How about some lefty on lefty action, Randall?
Okay.
That's what we get next. Packy Hanrahan. Jesper Svensson, the Iceman, comes ready to Portland. Welcome back to the Go Bowling PBA Elite League Strike Derby here in Bayside Bowl, Portland, Maine. Let's go, Packy. We're about to see Hanrahan take the stage. And folks, all of these men are representing their team. Jesper Svensson of the Akron Atom Splitters, Packy Hanrahan of the New Jersey Kingpins, who will advance on to meet Jason Belmonte of LAX. We are about to find out. Kimberly Pressler is with the lefties.
Right now I'm feeling super short between these two. I just want to point that out right now, and I got 5-inch heels on. So Packy, let's start with you. This is the third appearance that you've made at this event. So what is the hardest thing about it? Is it the fact that you got to make good shots, the sheer volume of shots you might have to make, or is it beating and surviving that 2-minute clock?
It's just the clock, seeing how many somewhat quality shots you can get off within a 2-minute stretch.
All right, well, good luck to you. And Jesper, you've been at this event as well previous years, but this is the first time that you've been voted on by the fans to be here. Does that put added pressure on you to come out here and put on a good show?
A little bit, I gotta say. I don't think I have the best record in this event, but yeah, I'm gonna try my best and just find that perfect line between quality and quantity and see what we can do.
All right, and good luck to you.
It's time to strike. Representing the New Jersey Kingpins, Packy Hanrahan. And representing the Akron Atom Splitters, Jesper Svensson.
Packy Hanrahan with 50 strikes in the PBA Elite League regular season. That's why he is the number 2 seed representing the Kingpins. 2 years ago, he made his division finals in this event, beat Darren Tang. Svensson with experience in it as well. Packy knows how to get it done. He made the semis 3 years ago. Great matchup.
Wow. Using both urethane and reactive resin.
Come on. That's unfortunate. Just one through 30 seconds. He elected to go first. You brought up this point when we were in commercial. What is it?
Yeah, and I like that all the top seeds have decided to start first, because if there is a tie, they get a much longer breather. We saw that with E.J. Tackett and Andrew Anderson.
And the breather works if you've got a roll-off, which is just one ball, but still, like with Tackett earlier, he had no time to even get back into it, was worn out and lost in that roll-off. Hanrahan's at 3, but he's got work to do here at 15 seconds left.
The downside of starting first is just this right here, right?
Yep.
So if the total's super low, Jesper can take all the time in the world, make nothing but quality shots, and eclipse whatever this total's going to be. And it looks like it's going to be super low.
Bingo. In this last quarterfinal, you think, okay, maybe some more time to look at approach it. No, Hanrahan has been a low point thus far. And just 20 seconds, and this is a tough day for Packy.
Having trouble hitting the pocket on the right lane, and when he hits the pocket on the left lane, it is a strike.
10 seconds. At least I'd like to get to 5, just to see if you could make it a little interesting. But for Hanrahan, just a really tough one. He'll just roll a couple of balls. That is a strike. That would count on the left side.
Yeah.
He just dropped the ball.
But it's still only 4. Now Svensson can take all the time in the world and just make quality shots.
That's a tough formula when you're going up against the Iceman.
He doesn't have to race to anything.
No.
The reactive resin on that right lane, that's the only good break he got. That one's dead flush. All 10 have to go down when you hit him there, right? This one goes through the nose, goes high.
Well, Mondays hit hard, but Colin hits harder. You're going to want to hear what the most interesting man in sports has to say. Weekdays, starting at noon Eastern, only on FS1. Up next, Jesper Svensson, this year's Storm Lucky Larson Masters champion. You were in Sweden to watch it.
I was there. I called the action.
What impressed you the most about this man?
Just his physical prowess and the way he delivers the bowling ball with that much power. He can take his time. He doesn't need to step on the gas pedal. He can conserve energy and save it for the latter rounds.
Great point, because sometimes somebody empties the tank in one round and then you need to win great. 12-time champion, PWBA Tournament of Champions winner in 2016.
Okay, now you might want to shift gears.
Oh boy. You're close to
getting interesting.
Yes, it is. Such a mental game.
Jesper using resin and the red ball is urethane, so he's got a combo package. Look at that thing come sideways.
He's at 3. Just needs 2 more after Hanrahan's nightmare of a round.
1 more.
And for Svensson, now he's picked up the slack. Plenty of time just to get 1 strike. 35 seconds.
He's taking his time.
Jesper Svensson is moving on to the semifinals. He's going to take on Belmonte. So we'll have the 2 lower seeds. Rather, Svensson as a 7, and the rest all better seeds. Belmonte as the 3, and then Vi and Anderson, who outlasted Tackett in the 1-4 showdown. But Svensson, the 7. Didn't have to do much. 6 will beat 4. And in this southpaw showdown that did not turn out to be the best bowling, Jesper Svensson, though, is moving on to the semifinals. That's all that matters for Jesper.
Well, Jesper Svensson could really take his time, conserve his energy, and just focus on making quality shots with only having to beat 4 strikes, and he did just that. It did get a little interesting towards the end, but he was really never in any jeopardy of not advancing. Interestingly enough, Tackett got off 21 shots in his attempt. Jesper 14. That's how much more time he took. And let's go down to the floor and talk with the Iceman, Jesper Svensson. No sense of urgency at only having to beat 4 strikes. What was your thought before you started this competition?
Yeah, well, I was trying to just go as fast as I could to begin with, but then that didn't really work, so I tried to lock it in those last few shots and make sure I could beat the score 4. But yeah, it wasn't great, but yeah, I definitely need to improve a little bit to make it through another round.
All right, thank you, Jesper. Good luck moving forward.
Thank you.
Quite the showdown awaits in the semifinals. 2023 champion Chris Vi, 2021 champion Andrew Anderson. Next. Welcome back to the Go Bowling PBA Elite League Strike Derby. That is the trophy on the line. The hardware will go for one of our 4 remaining competitors as we take a look at our Bowl TV highlights, beginning with Chris Vi.
12 strikes in his first attempt. Not to mention the fact that this guy can go round after round after round. Great physical shape. Speaking about being in great physical shape, Anderson and this guy Tackett, 2 great athletes, but Anderson wins in a roll-off.
That was some clutch bowling by both Tackett and Anderson. Then Jason Belmonte, adjustment.
Who saw this coming? He had the secret weapon. He was going to use surface. Man, it paid off brilliantly for him.
Always adapting, and then the Iceman did enough.
Yeah, just enough. Packy struggled, no carry for him. Jesper just needed 5, and no problem for the Iceman to come through with that.
Svensson wins the Southpaw Showdown, so this is where we stand. 2 past champions, the reigning one in Chris Vi, and then from 2 years ago, Andrew Anderson.
1 Southpaw left in Jesper Svensson.
He will meet Jason Belmonte. So welcome you back to the desk, everybody. I'm John Fanta. He is Randy Peterson. It's such a unique, different event, and the word that you kept using to me all morning was cardio.
Yeah, man, it's like the #1 rule in Zombieland. You got to have cardio, right? And I think Chris Vi is going to win in that category. But I mean, you never know. You still have to make quality shots, and you have to strike when you hit the pocket. But I think that if you look at who's left, I think Chris Vi and Andrew Anderson have to be the favorites moving forward.
How about some pressing questions?
Always love pressing questions.
They are presented by Go Bowling. Kimberly Pressler went across the lanes and asked our pros, what are the biggest misconceptions in bowling?
Chris, what would you say is the biggest misconception about pro bowlers?
That we eat pizza and drink beer while we bowl.
We do eat pizza and beer, but we sprinkle in a salad here and there.
Back in the day, pro bowlers were like maybe partiers or they didn't take care of themselves, but that's kind of gone all the way.
You know, we're pretty fit and athletes, actually.
These guys go to the gym, they work out, and they are in great shape. All the young guys out here, like, we try to eat clean, we're resting. We don't know how these old guys used to do it by partying and bowling 12 or 20 games in a day.
We're bowling a lot of games every week, and it takes a lot to bowl 40, 50 games a week, and the mental grind to it as well.
A lot of people think it's easier than what it is. You see guys on multiple TV shows, but they don't realize, and if you see them on 3 TV shows in a row, they're probably 150 or so games in about 3 week span. So they're bowling like a full league season in just a couple weeks.
Physically, like if non-bowlers come out here and bowl 50 games, their butt cheeks will be sore, their wrist and forearm will be sore. So we're athletes too, okay?
Yes, yes they are, and there are 4 remaining in the 2024 Go Bowling Strike Derby. Anderson versus Vi in our first semifinal. Next from Portland. The PBA is proud to have Bowlers to Veterans Link as the official charity of the PBA Tour. In tonight's BVL Salute to Veterans, we welcome retired U.S. Air Force Master Sergeant Fred Crooks, who served for 24 years. Thank you for your service, Fred. To donate, go to bvl.org.
And is there a better feeling than raising money for veterans?
No, there is not. It is such a powerful cause.
Yeah, great cause.
It's the clash of the champions. Chris Vi, the reigning champ in the Strike Derby. Andrew Anderson, the champion from 3 years ago. Anderson of the High Rollers of Las Vegas.
Well, that's fun, all right?
Chris Vi of the Akron Adams Splitters. What a matchup this will be. Remember, Randy? Vi had 7 consecutive strikes to finish his first round with 12.
Yeah, but John, Andrew had 13 in a row.
Yes. Anything you can do. He did better in that second matchup. Vi started slow in round 1. 2 minutes on that clock. Just tracking strikes, and through 20 seconds, an offer. Can he find that rhythm? action on that left lane.
Just a little too straight up the lane.
That one came in nicely.
Yep.
This left side, can he avoid being too straight? No. Nope. He elected to go first, which you've talked about that strategy, but right now at 70 seconds, only 2. He's got a lot of work to do.
Well, the lanes were redressed before the semis, and you can see already just how the ball's kind of pushing down the lane on the right. That should be good.
And it was. Unfortunate.
He needs all the help he can get right now. Just under 50 seconds, only 4 strikes for Vi.
Knowing that they re-oiled, would you have changed up and maybe said, I want to see how this is playing, wait to go second?
No, I don't think so. And again, I like going first, setting, kind of setting the bar. But again, if there's a roll-off, I get a much longer break than my opponent. But because of the re-oil, you can see Chris has to play the lanes a lot straighter. And it's creating problems for him.
And it doesn't in round 1. He needs a really strong finish here to get close to that. That was pretty, but the 10 was stubborn. Man. Down to 10 seconds.
For these two-handers, depending on how much pressure they put on their offhand, that oil on the bowling ball can really affect their delivery.
Time for one more shot for Vi to put some pressure on Anderson. He does. This time the 10 did accept the invite. 9 for Vi. On 21 shots.
21, I believe, is the most shots that we've gotten off today. EJ Tackett now, Chris Vi, both with 21 attempts. But he was in a full sprint. Gets the one crossover, that one's flush. And then his last shot, he bumps that 10 late.
By comparison, last year in the semis and the final, he had 15 apiece in each of those rounds to win the title. Now he's got some watching to do with 9. Hey, the reviews are in. First things first is a mix of analysis, tremendous chemistry, and total ridiculousness. Nick Wright, Chris Broussard, and Kevin Wild serve up a fresh daily dose of unscripted and unfiltered sports talk. Weekdays at 3 Eastern on FS1. Last month in the Elite League playoffs, in the Elias Cup finals, we saw Andrew Anderson and the Las Vegas High Rollers win for the first time.
Yeah, and he was spectacular, striking out in games 2 and 3 to help the High Rollers capture the Elias Cup. He was the league MVP, and he was the playoffs MVP. So well deserved for Andrew Anderson.
Andrew put on a master class of how you handle this event in round number 1 with 13 consecutive strikes. Andrew Anderson of the Las Vegas High Rollers, the Elite League MVP.
The backpedaling master.
9 is that score to beat. The amazing thing about the 13 straight was he started with 2 misses. He did not start great, and then everything just turned.
You gotta admit, 13 in a row is pretty good.
Yes.
Pretty impressive.
Do you know your longest streak of strikes in your career?
I can't remember. I remember one U.S. Open, I threw like 33 out of 36. I don't remember the longest streak. 18 maybe?
Who do you think in your day, back in your playing days, would have been the best at this event? Or could have been really, really good at it? Duke's a safe bet. He's at 7 here. He's in great territory as Andrew Anderson to going back to the finals.
You know Chris Vi thinks he has no chance, right?
Well, he's He's got a point to think he has no chance because this man is on fire. He can't be stopped. He cannot be stopped. And now he just needs one. The 2021 champion, Andrew Anderson. What a performance. Andrew Anderson still waiting with 20 seconds. The 10 wouldn't give. Oh boy, we're down to 15 ticks. Pressure mounting. Is this it for Andrew Anderson? No, it's down to 8. Will we have
Gotta have this one. Gotta have it.
5.
He doesn't have it. He does it with Brooklyn.
Andrew Anderson took a trip to Brooklyn, and he's going to the finals. Oh my goodness. It may be a Brooklyn, but in the Strike Derby, it doesn't matter. The strike of the game brought to you by Pilgrims. Chicken can be boring, but Pilgrims is turning chicken nuggets upside down. I love it. You love it. Put it in a nugget.
Winner, winner, chicken nugget dinner, baby. Wow, look at this hit.
Just in the nick of time, and Andrew Anderson is marching on to the finals. He will meet either Jason Belmonte or Jesper Svensson. One of the greatest ever. Belmonte, a 31-time champion, 15-time major champ, against Svensson, the Iceman, next. The PWBA on Fox is sponsored by Go Bowling for friends and family fun. Log on to GoBowling.com to find a center near you. Welcome back to the Go Bowling 2024 PWBA Elite League Strike Derby. Andrew Anderson outlasting Chris Vi 10-9, looking for his second Strike Derby crown. He will meet the winner of this showdown between Jason Belmonte and Jesper Svensson. Svensson surging late in the season, and the great one, Belmo, who showed just how terrific he is at adapting and adjusting his craft with a redemption opening round after a tough one last year, now trying to advance to the finals. What do you do differently?
Surface. Put surface on the bowling balls. Makes it easier for him to hold on to with his offhand. I think it makes the ball reaction a little more predictable as well.
1 through 20 seconds. Around the middle portion of his first round, he turned around to get 10. That 7 hangs. That looked great. On that 10, and now he strikes again. 4 through a minute. 5 through a minute, rather. Belmo turning on the Jets.
Great strategy for Belmo, and it's working nice. 6 through just over a minute. He's backpedaling.
Yes, he is.
He's using the quads, the hammies, the glutes.
It's the Belmo slide in Portland. I'll tell you what, Randall.
No, it's the Belmo back pedal. Hit it!
No!
That's right! You know who I am.
Goodbye 4.
And the man from Oz.
Now he's just one shy of matching his opening round total. And Svensson only had 6 in his first round. He'll have to be better here.
That one looked like it slipped out of his hand.
Still 15 seconds.
Belmonte, 12 years. Svensson Sr. Can he get 2 more off? He's got to hustle. Got to hustle. Got to hustle.
With 1.
Got it off and
yeah.
That got her.
It'll be 9.
All right, not bad. Not bad.
He's given himself a shot. There's no question about it to reach the finals for the first time.
Started hot. Wonder if he ran out of gas. Look at that. That was a highlight. And nice. Those are fun to watch. Players aren't even looking to see where they're putting their feet on the approach. The reference is basically when they're walking to the foul line. They just got to adjust their bodies to get it into the right area so that they can direct the ball down the lane.
17 shots, and he struck from 5 to 12. 8 consecutive strikes. Struck on his first shot to give him a score of 9 to apply some pressure on Jesper Svensson. Priority registration for the 2025 PBA LBC National Championships is now open to bowlers of all skill levels. The PBA LBC National Championships is returning to the Chicago area and includes a division for everyone. You can compete in singles as well as optional doubles and team events. Even combine your scores with the pros. Enter today at PBA.com. It's time for Jesper Svensson. Randy, what would you like to see differently from Svensson after just 6 in the opening round?
Well, he'd like to see more strikes. And he'd like to see shots like that carry.
Last year,
oh, no.
in this event, he had an opening round of 12 against Tackett, but lost in a roll-off. 9 to score to beat. Not a good start.
Well, not a good start because he can't carry. 2 7-pins and a 6-pin already. Whoa! Really, 7-pin? How about a beating?
An assault. That time it stands just 1 through 40 seconds for Svensson.
Back to the urethane. He only has 2 of them on the racks. Yep, there you go.
Here he comes. He's at 3 as he hits the first minute. Give him 4.
That was reactive. Here comes another reactive ball from the Iceman.
3 in a row for Svensson.
No. How many 7-pins now?
He needs 5 and 50 seconds to force a roll-off. 6 to advance to the finals. He's at 5. He struck 4 of his last 5. Not here. Here we go. Now's where the drama really picks up. 6. 3 shy. Half a minute to do it.
Plenty of time. He's just got to strike.
Needs 3. 20 seconds. Needs 1 here. Got it. Down to 12 seconds. Needs 2.
Come on.
And that 1.
Come on. Let's go to a tiebreaker.
And 7 seconds. Time for one more shot. I got it.
Are you kidding me?
No fall for the Iceman.
He got the win. He got the win.
The Iceman freezes Belmonte.
Unreal. What an absolute stunning comeback.
Unbelievable.
The Iceman cometh. 7 seconds, the last 2 shots. This one barely tickles the 7 and the 10. And then watch this. Gets it off in time. And there it is, the winner.
He ended by striking 5 of his final 6 shots. He is heading to the finals. They do confirm that counts just in the nick of time. So Jesper Svensson to the finals, but there's that man again. Andrew Anderson looks for his 2nd straight Derby crown. Svensson is red hot. The finals next.
They've earned their way to this final, but it only takes a second.
فيلال تحمل لقب الإمبراطور في منطقة بيليك دوزو الحديثة الراقية الهادئة في اسطنبول الأوروبية بخيارات 6+1 7+1. فيديو جديد من امتلاك العقارية ولنبدأ بجولة 7+1.
For time to turn from friend to foe. Cool under the pressure of the clock. Anderson and Svensson, 2 of the game's brightest stars. in one last sprint to crown a champion.
It all comes down to this for the Go Bowling PBA Elite League Strike Derby champion. The trophy and $30,000 to the winning team. That's what's rewarded. It'll either be the High Rollers or the Atom Splitters. Andrew Anderson, Jesper Svensson, our finalists with Kimberly.
Andrew, you had 13 strikes in a row in the first round. You just barely missed a roll-off with 10 in the second. Are you gassed out, or you got another 2 minutes worth of strikes left in you?
Yeah, I think I got one more in me. It may be all I have, but we're gonna see what we got, and hopefully we're gonna need some strikes. So I gotta get more shots in.
All right, good luck in the finals. And Jesper, wow, what an amazing finish to your round 2 to make it into the finals. It literally came down to the last second. First of all, have you even caught your breath? Because you've had like no downtime.
Yeah, not really. I kind of lost count there on my score, so I knew I just had to go hard those last few shots. But yeah, it's going to take a round just like that, if not more, to beat Andrew. So I'm going to actually just relax now for 2 minutes and watch him go at it, and then just try my best to see what we got.
All right, well, I will not hold you up. Get some rest, and we'll see you in the finals.
Thank you.
Bayside Bowl. This is the PBA Elite League Strike Derby Finals. The Iceman, Jesper Svensson versus AA Andrew Anderson.
What a showdown. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape for these two. For Jesper Svensson, 7 of his 10 strikes in the last round came on the right lane.
Yeah, he likes the right lane a little bit better, obviously, but both lanes seem to be to Andrew Anderson's liking.
Now, Andrew Anderson, the better seed, is going first in this championship round. Here we go, Randy.
Anderson, being the higher seed, gets his choice of starting first or second. My question to you, my friend, is why wouldn't he make Jesper go first and not give him more rest? I mean, Jesper's already gassed.
Yeah, that is the question, but you know what? This guy has won this event before. He's confident on this stage.
I just
set a bar.
I just saw it, throw it out there.
Yeah, it's a very fair question. 3 years ago, Anderson won it. 2021. He beat Anthony Simonson 11-9 after taking down Norm Duke in the semis.
Anderson's going to be tough to beat.
Oh, yes, he will be. That strategy looks like it's paying off right now. At 6 with 50 seconds. Still there. Both of these men had 10 in the semis, and now a little bit of a dry spell. They have not had a 2-time Strike Derby champion. Anderson trying to change that.
And he hasn't struck in a while, and you got to start asking yourself whether or not it's fatigue. That's 4 misses in a row.
They waited on the pins to reset. The clock did pause. We'll stop the clock when that's happening. That could prove to be big here late. Down to 20 seconds. He is at 8.
That Brooklyn's going to prove big.
That one comes around nicely. He's at 9.
Now he's finding a little groove again.
Nice recovery. That's a beauty.
Very nice recovery.
At 10. Will he get one more off? He will end with 11. Wow. Little Brooklyn trip, doesn't matter. 11 for Anderson. He struck his last 5.
Two being Brooklyn. Nice breaks there at the end. And I got to think that fatigue played a factor. Folks, the next time you get a chance, try this at home. How often do you hear that?
Playing on the PBA Tour.
Nice start, a little shaky in the middle, and then got it going again. A couple of nice Brooklyns to aid in that 5-bagger to finish it. traveling masseuses. You start working on those hamstrings and glutes and loosening them up.
EVE Online is a vast universe, alive with the unrelenting activity and combined history of its players. Pursuing lives of adventure, warfare, and prosperity, they share this existence in the biggest single shard, free-to-play MMO of all time. Set 21,000 years in the future, EVE takes place in a distant cluster of over 7,000 star systems known as New Eden. It is a rich and diverse universe featuring densely populated havens of relative safety governed by 4 great empires. Hostile systems where player alliances make the rules. Even regions of anomalous and unexplored space that hold their own secrets. You play as a Capsuleer, a revered breed of highly trained pilot, having achieved immortality through the use of cloning technology. You navigate the universe encased in an armored capsule deep within your ship, where you have complete neural control and function as one. There are hundreds of ships to fly in EVE. Everything from small, nimble craft and versatile mid-range vessels to formidable warships and colossal freighters. Each has advantages and suited roles, but all are completely customizable as you decide how to equip and arm them. What you do in New Eden is entirely up to you. EVE's immense sandbox gives you the opportunity to choose between multiple professions and activities. The key to this unique customization of your playstyle is skill training. This is a passive process, and it continues whether you are in or out of game. As a new player, you can focus on one specific area in order to quickly reach the same level of specialization as a veteran. So be adventurous and explore new avenues of development for your character, as you can always change role and reinvent yourself if desired. If you want to fight, combat in EVE can involve solo missions against non-player adversaries, or small group skirmishes, while for some, it can even be the thrill of fleeting up with thousands of fellow pilots and battling over disputed territory. If you want to explore, then the discovery...
He's going to be sore tomorrow.
What a performance by Anderson to get to 11 and set this bar. Now to Svensson. Jesper Svensson. In this Strike Derby bracketed format, they don't ask how many you got. You just had to get more than your competitor. In round 1, he only had 6, but that was better. In round 2, he surged late to get to 10 and outlast. Now can he win the Strike Derby? What do you think is going to be the key, Randy?
Throwing 12 strikes. I think we talked about it right before this started, right? We set up the fact that he likes the right lane better. He needs to figure out how to strike more on the left lane. Didn't I just say strike more on the left lane? Yes. There's a 7-pin.
In the right lane, he's been dominant.
There you go.
Again, 11, needs 6. He's got plenty of time right now. More than halfway home with 55 seconds left.
Another 7-pin.
For the Lucky Larson Masters champion this year. With Andrew Anderson looking on. A 12-time tour champion, Jesper Svensson, 29 years of age. He's at 7. He needs 4 to get a roll off, 5 to win it.
Another 7-pin.
Wow.
That's 3 in the last 5 shots. Keep that in mind. Remember the 2 Brooklyns from Anderson.
Needs 3 more. Now just needs 2 to force the roll off, 3 to win it. Svensson, he surged late in the semis. He's doing it again here.
Gotta get off 2 more, 2 perfect ones.
He's got plenty of time here to get to 2. 10 seconds.
That's got a hook.
Can he match it?
Oh my goodness! He just tripped a 3-pin! Good, that's when he wins! He wins! There's your winner! There's your winner!
Well, Jesper Svensson, the first lefty to win the Go Bowling PBA Elite League Strike Derby! Tom Clark presents him with the trophy the PBA